Hi, this is Harold. I'd like to share something with you. This morning, I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and we talked about how in life, one day can define you. How folks will put aside everything and just concentrate on one day, whether it be the 4th of July, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Valentine's, and so forth. But they will just put everything aside and concentrate on that day. And I told him this story that happened several years ago when I managed a mortgage portfolio for a nonprofit. I had a guy come to me in December, and he said, "Mr. Riley, I'm going to be late, with my December mortgage payment." And I said, "Why?" He said, "I promised my kids that I would give them a good Christmas. And previously, I hadn't been able to do that. But I promised them this year they would have a good Christmas. And I figured I would take my tax returns, which I'll get my W-2s at the end of January, and catch everything up." And my words to him were, "That is one of the stupidest statements I ever heard in my life." And he said, "I understand, but this is something I'm going to do because I promised." So December went by. He didn't make a payment. January went by. He didn't make a payment. February went by. He didn't make a payment. So we were going to move forward with starting foreclosure proceedings. So in March, I reached out to him. And he said, "I would like to come in your office and talk to you about my situation." So he came. And he told me, he said, "They took our tax return." And I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, that was a defaulted student loan, so they took our tax return. And there was only a few $100s left. And I used that to catch the car payment up because it was behind, to keep it from being repossessed." And he said, as I sat back and thought about this, I kept thinking, you saying that was the stupidest thing you ever heard. Because right now, everything that we got is behind. I just found out from my job that they're going to be downsizing, and I may lose my job. And when I told my friend that story this morning, it was to say that one day can define you. You know, I used to look at my mortgage portfolio and think that I was the only one who knew school started in August and Christmas was December 25th every year. Because in the month of August and the month of December, my mortgage default would increase. Because people allow one day to define them rather than plan for that day. And the reason that I share this story with you, because this is still happening. We still are allowing one day to define who we are. And that one day can decide our future. Thanks for listening. As always, take care, stay safe. Peace.